Video for the UV2400 series of the Lumberjet printer. Right now I'm in test mode. So what we're going to do is actually, you can manually pull the tray out. Just lower the bed, pushing the down button. You want to lower it far enough so that we can clean underneath the print head as well as the UV lamp, including the replacement of the sponge pad on the bucket. With the printer in test mode, hold on to the auto hide button for at least 3 seconds. You will see it's going to say head moving. Once it does, let go of the button, wait for the head to move off the capping station, turn off the printer power. This will allow us to move the printer head off the capping station. From there, proceed to unplug the printer in the back, including the USB cable. Next, we're going to grab isopropyl alcohol. You see I'm using about a 91% purity, as well as some shop rags. Poke a hole in there. So first we're going to start with cleaning the bed rail. And any mechanical movement of the printer, it's very important that all the moving components of the printer are cleaned and lubricated. The bed movement is controlled by the PF motor in the back of the printer. And the PF motor is enclosed in this housing compartment. If the motor is overloaded due to non-lubrication of the bed rails, it will burn out the motor and you're going to have a PF error. So make sure that's really well cleaned here, including the grooves inside as well. When you re-oil this, do not spill any oil in this lower compartment or else it's going to damage the assembly. Same thing goes for the print head rail. And this is also important because the printer head itself is controlled by the CR motor. If you're not able to move the printer head with one finger, it's going to overload the motor and burn it out quicker than usual. So you see that I'm cleaning that at the left side of the printer. You can rotate this black gear, and this will allow us to lower or raise and rotate the rail, which it just rotates. So I'm gonna again make sure that's as clean as possible. Next, over a period of time, you're gonna see ink built up on the timing belt. Make sure that's wiped clean as well, because the belt also plays a role in the movement of the print head. So you don't want any ink built up on this timing belt also as well. From there, we're going to clean the encoder strip. I'm just gonna take just a little, very little isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna pinch the strip, go from one side very delicately to the next side as well. You want there to be no ink stains or any type of damage on this encoder strip. This tells the print head where to stop and start when it moves from left to right. From here, underneath the print rail, top rail, this is where you apply some grease. So normally I apply this grease probably once every 2 months, which is just taking white lithium grease, taking a little quarter size here, putting it under the top rail there, as well as on the left side, right about there. And then moving the head off to the center. If you find the head doesn't move, just take your screwdriver and unlock it from the right side of the printer. You would just spin the gear up or clockwise or counterclockwise. Excuse me. Next, we're going to take isopropyl alcohol. We're going to clean the capping station. This is the wiper blade, which wipes the bottom of the print head when the head moves on and off the capping station. These are the rubber gaskets which help create a vacuum seal. So you want to make sure there is absolutely no ink buildup on the gaskets nor on the wiper blade itself. From there, we're gonna take, instead of isopropyl alcohol, UV cleaning solution now. This UV cleaning solution is only used for the printer head or the bottom of the UV lamp. So I'm gonna gently wipe across it. This is just to ensure there's no ink buildup that would cause any type of transfer onto the product that you're printing onto. Same thing goes for the bottom of the UV lamp. Be very delicate with this as well, because there is the bottom of the UV lamp, there's a glass there. So you just want to give it a quick wipe. If you want to take a look to see if there's more ink on it, you can use your cell phone or a mirror just to see the bottom of the printhead and the UV lamp. You'll notice what we started to do is use this UV filter, which goes on top of the UV lamp. So before I place that on, I'm just going to give this a quick wipe here too. Just ensure that ink is not closing the ventilation holes for the top of the lamp. So once that's done, gonna use that same filter. And this is a brand new filter, mind you. So if yours is dirty, you would need to have it replaced once a week. Place that there and seat that into place. And it's important that you keep the UV lamp well maintained and clean, because that is not covered under warranty if it burns out due to ink buildup that's overheating it. Now once that's all cleaned, we're gonna move on over to lubricating everything. I'm gonna grab my sewing machine oil. We start off the bed first. So every half an inch I'm putting a drop of sewing machine oil. Same thing for the elm guide. I'll move this to the front. Do exactly the same thing. But mind you, just be cautious of how much you put towards the back due to preventing it from leaking into this compartment in the back here. You want to be cautious of how much sewing machine oil you put on the printhead rail. I move it to the left side and I only put about maybe 2 drops on the right side of the rail. And the reason for that is you do not want any sewing machine oil leaking into the UV lamp, or else it will damage it. It's not covered under warranty if that occurs as well. So we're going to move it to the right, to the left, and see I can move it fairly easy with just one finger. So we're going to move that all the way over here. Now, once this is parked on the right side, you want to inspect the tubing system and also the dampers. Ensure everything's seated in place. No extra tubing is coiled into the top part of the printer, or else what's going to happen is it's going to start rubbing against the case and it's going to break a hole in the line, which is not good, of course. You want to make sure that's not occurring. From there, the waste sponge on the left side, replace it with a new one. You do not want the sponge to build up with ink so that it actually hits and transfers onto the bottom of the lamp or the bottom of the printhead. We're going to move on over now to the right side of the printer. You're going to open up the lower compartment and empty the waste bottle in here. Normally, I empty this right before the waste tubes touch the ink. You do not want it touching the waste ink, or else it's going to reverse suction, pull it right back up, which is not good. Follow your local state standard in discarding of oils and paints. Check that your ink bags are all rolled up correctly. And you see here, they're rolled up to the point where the ink is being fed to the feeding tube. If you have it uncoiled, what's going to happen is, for example, the ink's just going to flow right back down and you're going to see your color dropping out. So always ensure, especially when you're doing big runs, production runs, that the ink is being fed correctly. And you see all our bags are coiled and wrapped up. I've seated the ink bags between these 2 slots to ensure that the ink needles do not accidentally get pulled out. So we're going to close this up, and that is the gist of the maintenance.